Your absence is driving them crazy and you don't even know it. Like, you don't even think that you being absent from their life matters. But I'm telling you it does. Your absence is so loud. The silence is so deafening. The things that y'all used to do is so obvious. You're not doing them anymore because you're not even there. And your absence is not just physical. It's the little things I used to do, the places you used to go, the conversations, all the things. You know what I'm saying? Your absence is driving them crazy because they thought that when you no longer were in their lives, that everything would be cool, but it didn't play out that way because it's the space you occupied, the role that you played in their lives, and they're starting to feel it, family. And I want to give you 5 reasons why your absence is driving them crazy. Number 1, they took you for granted. They took you for granted. And a lot of times, family, I really believe that people go from gratitude to expectations. The things that they used to be thankful for, the things that they used to be grateful for, now they expect it out of you. They expect you to do those things or to be that person that they need you to be. They're no longer thankful. So they took you for granted and you couldn't deal with it anymore. They took you for granted and you're like, yo, you're not even treating me in the manner and the way that I deserve. And family, you being absent forced them to take a look at things. It forced them to change. It forced them to say, you know what? Maybe that person doesn't have to deal with me. Maybe I could have treated that person better. Your absence is giving them an opportunity to see where they took you for granted. I promise you, all the things that you used to do for them and with them, you're no longer doing it. And who else is doing it? And if someone else is doing it, it's not you. There's not another you. So whoever they're with or whatever they're doing, they're realizing just how much they took you for granted and there's nothing they can do about it in this instant. And so now they miss the little things that you did, the comfort that you brought, the times that you spent, the voids that you filled. The list can go on and on and on, family. But they took you for granted and they're starting to realize real quick that they shouldn't have done that because now you're gone. Because they see and they feel that you brought so much value to their lives. So much value. Sometimes, family, when you spend time with a person and they start to take you for granted, it says a lot more about them than it does about you. They're so used to you being a good person that they thought that that was normal. They thought you being good to them was customary. They thought that the way you treated them, that they could get that anywhere. And we all know that that is not the case. So many people out here, family, they're not like you. They're not loving and kind like you. They're not caring like you. These people are not giving these people second and third and fourth chances. No, that's just what you were on. That's just the type of person that you were. That's just how nice you were. Everyone's not doing that. So when that person, your ex, took you for granted, when they took you for granted, they got out there real quick and they now see like, man, it's not the same out here. Nobody's putting up with this. No one's dealing with this. No one's loving me like this person loved me. No one's treating me like this person's treating me, all because I took them for granted. And another reason that your absence is driving them crazy is 100% because they're now having to face the consequences of their actions. Because you're not around. So they're having to face the consequences of their actions. It's driving them crazy. And they realize they lost a real one. Family, sometimes it takes a person losing you to see what they lost, to realize what they had, to put 2 and 2 together and finally get 4. It takes time. And so they sat here and they're sitting here and having to face the consequences of what they did to you. The consequences of the wrong that they did, how they could have done things better, done things in a better way that could have saved the situation between you and him or you and her, saved the relationship. They could have done things better. And they're now having to deal with the consequences of their actions because you're gone. Family, do you know what your presence does? Like you bring life to people. You bring happiness everywhere you go, every room that you step in. You bring peace. You bring comfort. You are blessed. And these people didn't realize it when it was out here taking you for granted. And so now they're being faced with the actions of what they did to you. So a lot of them are feeling bad. They're feeling bad or they're thinking about it over and over and trying to get those thoughts out of their minds because they know they did you wrong. And a lot of times when someone is left, to sit and think, left with their thoughts. They are thinking like, man, I could have handled that better. Now I'm sad. I'm living in regret. Maybe it was me. Maybe it wasn't them. Because here's the thing, family, you're not sitting here making them feel good. You're unbothered. Yeah, you were sad. Yeah, you went through your moment, but you're unbothered. You're not sitting here knocking their door down, chasing them, trying to beg them to come back in your life. Absolutely not. You've moved forward. You've moved forward and you moved on. So now they're literally sitting in silence, dealing with the consequences of what they did to you, and it don't feel good. What they say, it ain't that fun when the rabbit got the gun. So now they're sitting here not feeling good because they realize they lost a real one, and it's literally driving them insane. Number 3, your absence is driving them insane because they went out here and now they're comparing you to other people. Family, they really thought that they could find another you. And let me be very clear when I say this. You have to feel that way about yourself. There is no one like you. Where? I'll wait. Where? Who? Where? There's nobody like you. I'm still waiting. Where is the prototype? Where? Who? There's nobody like you. So they went out here and they thought that they could replace you. They thought that they could find, she thought, my homeboy said it and I love it. He said, I took her to get a 5-course meal and she thought she can get that anywhere. So a lot of times these people go out here thinking that everyone is going to treat them the way that you did. They think that everyone's going to love them the way that you love them and be kind to them and gracious and comforting. No, that's not how that go. That's just how you went. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of person that you are. A lot of y'all was sitting here making breakfast, bringing lunch, dinner, being loving and kind, taking care of people's bills and kids and agendas and responsibilities. And they thought that they can go out here and find that. So now they went out here and they might have, lightweight dated, lightweight met someone. And now they're always comparing because they're never going to find another you. Never. So now they got to sit here and eat that cake. They got to sit here and sit with their thoughts and realize, man, I really messed up. That there is nobody out here that's on what that person was on. There's no one out here doing what you're doing. There's no one out here on the type of time that you are. Tell me I'm lying. I'll wait. Where? These people are not you. And here's the thing. I'm not saying that these people are bad. Everyone serves their purpose, but they are not you. These people went out here thinking that they can easily replace you because they got so used to the good things that you were doing. You were so loving and so kind. Everywhere you went, you just warmed the room. You understand what I'm saying? The type of person you are. They thought that they can easily go out here and find you. And so now they are comparing you with everybody else and realizing they're coming up short. And so all the new relationships they're in, it's reminding them of you. Everywhere they go, it's reminding them of the places y'all went and the things y'all did. And a lot of these people, they were so arrogant. When y'all separated or broke up or whatever, they were so arrogant. They made you feel like they didn't need you, that they could easily find another you. They really thought that they was good. And guess what? Maybe they were. But at the end of the day, as time passed, days turned to weeks, turned to months, and they still couldn't replace you? Well, what happened to all that energy they was on? Some of them said, I don't chase, I replace. Where? Did they replace you yet? They was talking all that. They was so caught up in all of their arrogance and their delusion. They still haven't replaced you. And they never will because there is nobody like you. So they're sitting here comparing you to everyone else that they're meeting. And they're quickly realizing that it is not the same. Because the things that you used to do, everyone's not doing it. Your qualities are rare and they thought they were common. There's nothing common about a chosen one. Where? There's absolutely nothing common about a chosen one, but they got out here and thought that they could find you. Man, please run it back. I'll wait. Where? They couldn't. You know what I'm saying? So they're sitting out here searching for you in everybody that they meet, searching for you in everyone that they meet, and they realize they are not finding you, and they most likely probably won't. So now they got to settle. Now they got to settle and pretend like everything is good, but they know they lost the real one, and they realize they lost the real one. And they realize that the grass was not as green as they thought on the other side. That they could have watered their own grass with you. The grass was not as green as they thought because the grass wasn't greener. So they were out here thinking that they could find another you, but they still haven't found you in anybody else. Another reason the absence is driving them crazy is because sometimes, family, distance does make the heart grow fonder. Now they separated from you. You're nowhere to be found. Some of y'all, they can't even see you on social media because they're blocked. They don't even know what you're doing. They can't even keep up with your close family and friends because everyone is done with them and their foolishness. And now they're sitting here trying to figure out, what are you doing? Where are you at? What are you on? Are you dating somebody? Are you talking to someone new? They are so curious and trying to find out more about you. Distance makes the heart grow fonder. They really thought that you being gone there was cool. And a lot of them were cool for a period of time until time passed. And more time passed, and they realized quickly, maybe that person's not coming back. Because family, you haven't gone back. You have literally been unbothered. A lot of y'all surprised yourself for how good you're doing in moving forward in your life. You're moving onward and onward, and it hit them like a ton of bricks. They didn't even see it coming because they thought you was going to chase them. They really thought, no, y'all, for real, they really thought that you was going to blow their phone up, call them and text them and do all the things you used to do to get their attention. You're not doing that no more because you don't have to. For what? Why? Where? No, you're better than that. And so you're not doing that. And they are completely missing you in their lives. That void has not been filled yet. And they're realizing that they lost a real one. And so now they're romanticizing the past. They're forgetting all that negative stuff you and them been through. Now they're thinking about the time y'all spent that was good. The good memories, the nostalgia, the love, the care, the concern, the opportunity. Y'all, some of y'all got in these people's lives and changed the game for them. They have never lived such a good life before you. You introduced them to new things, introduced them to new industries, show them new ways to save. Some of y'all brought them to Christ. Real talk. Some of y'all changed these people's entire being. And you think that you leaving their lives, they're just going to walk out and be cool with that, man? Nah. Because where are they going to find you? That they won't. So now they're sitting here romanticizing the relationship that y'all had and wishing and hoping and praying and wondering and hoping that you will even give them an opportunity to come back in your life, even as a friend. But some of y'all have moved on so far, your absence is driving them crazy and it's hitting them like a ton of bricks because they never thought that you wouldn't be in their life in some capacity. Some of them thought that you would settle with being their friends and you like, nah, I'm good. And they can feel, people can feel when you pull away. People can feel when the energy is not the same. And people can feel when you move forward. So some of them, family, are really regretting not having you in their lives. And another reason your absence is driving them crazy, family, it is their ego. They never ever thought, like I said, that you would actually leave and not return. They never thought that you would never call them. You not call them? Oh, please. They just knew you weren't going anywhere. They just knew that they can treat you any type of way and you would stay and deal with it because maybe you did before, because maybe you're a kind person and you're praying and hoping and wishing that things could be different and you got to your breaking point and you were done. You got to your breaking point and you're like, yo, I'm not dealing with this. I can't. It is taking everything from me. I'm better than this and I want more. And so you decided to turn the tables and move on. You decided to be unbothered. When they left your life, you didn't chase them. And that is so confusing for them, family, because they're so used to you being there and you showing up and you showing care and concern. And when they sitting here playing these games like they need something from you. Oh, something so major happened. They need you to come fix it, to come do it, to come be there for them. You're not even taking the bait because you're no longer playing games. And now their ego is shot. What is ego? Edging God out. So now their ego is completely shot because now you're not there. And you made them feel important. You made them feel bigger than who they were and bigger than what they were. That was you. That was your energy. When you was in their lives, they start feeling like they could fix anything, that they can do anything and go anywhere and be anyone. That wasn't them. That was your energy. That was your energy. Their life being better in many cases, family, is because of you. It's because of the anointing that you carry, the person that you are, the lucky breaks that you get everywhere you go grows. Every place you touch grows. Everything that you do grows. You have blessed hands. Meanwhile, them, so many things that they touch drops to the ground and dies. They thought that you not being in our lives, that they could take your anointing and run with it. Absolutely not. I'll wait. Because guess what? Water always finds its level. So when you left their life, nah, they became who they were always and who they used to be because they took you for granted. But now their ego is bruised. Their ego is so bruised. Their ego is bruised because they never thought that you would leave. They so confused. They literally thought that they could treat you any kind of way, walk out of your life, and you would just be there waiting. No, that's not the type of time you're on. And that's not how the game goes. Because they expected you 100% to be devastated. That, like, y'all, they thought your life would stop. They thought your heart would stop beating when they left your life. But they realized that you were indifferent. That you got to the point where you're like, you know what? Gone. I'm good. I'm done. I'm done living in lack. I'm done with the back and forth. I'm done with the arguing. I'm done with trying to change you at the expense of me. I'm done killing myself slowly every day dealing with you. So you were done with them and you wrapped it up real quick, and your indifference is hurting them because they never, ever thought that you would leave them. Because in their minds, they're so wonderful and great and good. But a lot of those feelings were feelings that you brought to their lives. You enhanced their lives. You made them better people, better humans, better everything. And so now, since they took you for granted, played in your face, and did all these things, it's so sad, family, because now their ego is bruised, all because they thought that they were the thing. But the reality is, it was you the whole time, and it's hitting them like a ton of bricks and driving them crazy because for the first time in a very long time, they're realizing that they lost a real one. So understand and know, family, and trust that your silence in their lives, it does have an impact. That you may not talk to them or call them or hear from them, but that doesn't mean that they're not thinking of you. If that makes you feel good, it doesn't mean that a person is not thinking of you just because you're not speaking to them. It could be quite the opposite. And they could be thinking about you oftentimes because they're so used to you being in their energy, being in their space, being in their lives. And now that you're not, it just doesn't feel good to them. And they went out here after taking you for granted. And they went out here and now they're seeing that it's not the same. That people are not you. That people are not doing the things that you were doing. And people are not as forgiving and kind. And everyone doesn't want love in a relationship that leads to marriage. Now, some people don't. Some people just want to use you. And they're learning that. Some people just want to use them, right? Everyone is not like you, loving and kind. And so now the distance is making their heart grow fonder because they're like, man, I had such a wonderful man in my life. I had such a wonderful woman in my life. And I let it go off of something so crazy. And we could have easily fixed our issues. And it's driving them crazy. Y'all, if you didn't have you, wouldn't you be sad? Because that's the type of love you need to have for yourself. If you didn't have you, how would you feel? You bring so much happiness. You're such a wonderful person. How do you think they feel not having you? Them people are not happy. Them people could sit here and be on social media posting and posting and posting because they're supposed to be happy, all the while they're hurting inside. And I don't wish bad for anyone, but family, the reality is when you leave their lives, they feel it because of the type of energy you carry, because of the type of anointing and blessing that you're on. There's nobody out there. You're unmatched. You're 100% unmatched. And even if they're out here making it look like they're so happy, family, that's not always the case because everything that glitters is not gold and everything that you see is not truth. They're putting out here what they want you and many other people to see so that people can think that they're happy. And if they're truly happy, that's what's up. God bless them and keep it moving. because your day is coming. But at the end of the day, the majority of them are not, because your absence in their life is driving them crazy. And even if they are happy, and even if they did move on for real, they could never replace you. And in the back of their mind, they're always wondering, wow, I wonder what things could have been like had I been with this person. So now they're making the best out of their new current situation. And that's on everything. You represented so much in their life, and they feel your loss, and they feel the pain of your loss, family. And you gotta know that you are wonderful, and you are made and blessed and useful and all the good things. And everything you want is coming to you. Everything good and wonderful and noble is coming your way, and it's coming soon and very soon. And for those of you that want more, you're gonna have more. You're gonna do more. And all you have to do is remain focused. And each and every day things get better. And little by little, little becomes a lot every single time. Every single thing is working in your favor. Every single thing is working out for you. Everything happens for a reason, because now they see that they lost one of the best people that they could have ever had in their life. And we hope that they never make that mistake again. But as for you, everything good is happening to you. Everything good is coming to you, even when it doesn't feel like it. Even when things are challenging, know that things are not falling apart. Things are always falling together, and they will always fall together for you. Just something to think about. Stay inspired. And by the way, I want to say thank you all for watching my videos, for subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot to me. My channel is growing. I started YouTube with the intention of just sharing the many lessons that I learned along the way, and I'm so happy to see that it's resonating with so many people. I hope you have a good day. Stay inspired. Do not blame me when your ex comes back in your life begging to get back. Do not blame me, because I'm trying to tell y'all what it is. I don't know why these individuals thought that they could go out there and find another you. Make it make sense. I don't know why they thought they can go out there and find another you, because there is no replacement. Where is the replacement? And I see this all the time, over and over and over again, where individuals forget that the blessing that they have is in a person too. That they forget and take for granted the blessing that God gave them, all because they're on their high horse. A lot of these individuals are having great lives, partly attributed to you. A lot of these people think that everything is going so wonderful, so smooth, so great for them. But the reality is they're living in your own anointing. Please do not blame me when these folks come back begging and pleading to be with you, because I'm telling you what I know, and I'm telling you what it is. Because they went out here and they quickly realized that they couldn't find you. They went out here and quickly realized that you were the thing the whole time. You gotta understand, family, that when you are in someone's life, you make their life wonderful. You bless them. You make them feel so good about who they are. You make them feel good about what they do. You make them feel amazing. And sometimes, family, when people are not careful, they start to think that your anointing is their own. So now they start treating you any kind of way. Now they start acting like they don't need you. Now they start moving about so freely as if you're not the thing. Man, please make it make sense. Run it back. So these folks went out here and did you wrong, and they really thought that they could hurt you and win. People really think, and it makes no sense to me, y'all, but a lot of people really think that they could hurt the blessing, hurt a good one, get out here and everything work out for them. And that wasn't the case, family. Do not blame me when these folks come back to be with you and beg and plead, because when they went out there, they realize their resources are running low. Some of y'all were helping these folks with their family, their kids, their finances, their life, their future, their everything. And they thought again that it was them. They attributed those blessings to them. They did not realize that it was you. Make it make sense. And it's so crazy how now the tables have turned. Now the tables have turned, family, because they're quickly realizing, man, I dropped the ball. Man, I messed up. And I'm telling you what I know. If these people could just get a moment to be back in your presence, if these people can get a moment just to be back in your atmosphere, they 100% would. And I'm trying to tell you what I know. Your ex is out here panicking because they're coming up short. They're coming up short. And I've said this before, outside people are not inside people. So when when they were going out here thinking that they could easily find another you, where Where is the replacement? Where? You are the prototype. There is no other prototype. Where is the replacement? I'm still waiting because there is none. There is none. There is no other you. You are the only you, one of one, the blessing. And so now they're seeing that. And another reason, family, that I don't want you to blame me for when these folks come back in your lives is because they're out here truly realizing the wrong that they've done. And sometimes, family, it takes people days and weeks and months to understand the wrong that they did. It takes them days and weeks and months to understand that they could have done things different. And these people are out here in all of their arrogance, in all of their meanness, the hardest of ones, in all of their arrogance, are out here saying to themselves, you know what? I could have done that different, for real. I could have handled him different. I could have handled her different. They're out here realizing that, because sometimes, family, people don't have a change of heart because they're all in love. People have a change of heart because of their circumstances. And these folks' circumstances, again, not great, coming up short, finances not financing, life not lifing, love not loving. I'm telling you what I know. So they went out here thinking quickly that they could replace you and find another you, and that was not the case. Where? They want to spin the block so bad. Y'all, these folks want to spin the block so bad. They're sitting here in their mind replaying all the things that y'all used to do, all the places that y'all used to go, all the times that y'all used to spend, all the family things that y'all used to do, all the things, y'all. They're sitting here replaying it in their minds and still coming up short in their thoughts because they can't connect the dots. They sit up here trying to piece together the dots, but it doesn't make sense because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense how they did you dirty. It doesn't make sense how they came upon the chosen one. It doesn't make sense what they did. And they're realizing it oh so quickly. And I'm telling y'all, family, it's hurting them because now they're going out here trying to fill voids. All that time you used to spend with them, folk are not spending time with them. All that money you used to spend on them and with them, where no one's doing it. All the attention you were giving to their life, their family, their goals, their kids, no one's doing that. These people out here want nothing more than probably what you can offer them. A lot of people. Everyone is not out here looking for love, looking for a marriage. They're not out here on that. That was just you. And so now these people got out here really wishing and hoping that they could find another you, and they cannot. And that's the sad part. Please do not blame me when these folks want to come back in your life because they're panicking. Do not blame me because I'm telling you what it is. They're watching you. These people got to watch you. And do you know how hard it is? Do you know how hard it is for these same people who told you they told you they didn't need you? In their minds, they were good. They knew that they could replace you. They thought there were 1,000 yous for every one them. Where, man, please. They quickly realized that that was not the case. And now they're having to live with their thoughts, man. Live with the decisions that they made. Some of these people were out here making bad decisions as it came to you. Making really bad decisions as it came to you. And every single thing that you helped these people get, they lost it already. I'm telling you what I know. Every single thing you help these people get, they lost it already, right? Those things you help them get, the jobs, the cars, everything, emotional stability, courage, every single thing, these folk have lost it because it wasn't their anointing to begin with. It was yours. Please do not blame me when these folks come back to be back in your life because I'm telling you what it is, because I'm telling you what I know. Even if you haven't heard from them, even if they haven't called you, even if you look in your phone and they ain't text you with the, what are you doing? Man, please run it all back. I'm telling you what I know. Because that is not how life works. You don't get to get away with hurting someone and think everything is going to work out for you. It's not. And now these people got to watch you win. And there's a quote I love to say, and it says, losers focus on winners, but winners focus on winning. And you're not a loser, family. You're focused on winning. Yet and still, they seem to be still focused on you. Yet and still, they want to know what you got going on. Yet and still, they on your social media, lightweight stalking. See, when they were out here in their energy in the beginning, telling these lies about you, building a slander campaign against you, trying to rally up the troops, where's that energy? Where are all the people that they were talking bad about you to? Where? These folks ain't nowhere to be found. Where? What are they all doing in their lives? Nothing. Because at the end of the day, the same things that they said about you, they can't repeat them stories again. Who's listening? Where are the listening ears? There are no listening ears. No one's listening to that. Because to me, if you're done with the person, why are you still talking about them? If so much time has passed and they don't want a person no more, why are they still, if they didn't want you anymore and they were done with you, why are they still talking about you, yo? Make it make sense. If they're so done and through, why is the conversation not done and through? Why are they still checking for you? Because they're not done. And a lot of people say they're done, but they're not done though. They're not done because they lost, and it hurts to lose. And now they got to watch you win. Some of y'all changed your lives. Some of you guys are unrecognizable, that they don't even know you anymore, that they almost have to reintroduce themselves to you because you're not even who you used to be. And these folks are quickly realizing it a little bit too late. Do not blame me for your ex wanting to come back in your life because your ex is panicking. Like they out here panicking, wishing and hoping and praying that they could just get one more touch of your garment, wishing and hoping they could just come into your orbit one more time because they've never found another you. They ain't never, y'all, these folks ain't never. And here's the thing, you're not perfect, I get that. But these folks have never and will never find another you, not even on a good day. Nowhere. But they said all those negative things, right? They were done. They were done and through. They spoke all those things. Okay, now what? Now what? Now, they thought their words were going to make you fail? Man, please, run it back. They thought that the negative things they said about you was going to stop your growth. They thought that the things that they spoke over you was going to make your life bad. Nah, man, please, it made it better because they were sitting here giving you energy, and that's energy to heal. And not only did they give you energy to heal, you pulled your energy back. When y'all went absent in these people's lives, when y'all went silent and you let these people walk away, y'all, as much as it hurt, you did it different because you were done dealing with people and dealing with folks treating you in a manner that you no longer wanted to treat yourself. You wanted better. And you promised yourself that you are no longer betraying yourself. You're not doing it anymore. And there's something about it, family. There's something in the air that people can feel when you're done. Have y'all ever noticed that? Like people can feel when you're done. And these folks felt it. They felt that you were done. They knew you were done. And they knew that there was no coming back. I'm sorry, y'all, but do not blame me when your ex tries their best to wiggle their way back in your life. Don't blame me for it, because why wouldn't they? Look at you. You the whole truth. They didn't find you where they left you. You're unrecognizable to everyone who comes around you. Literally, when these people left your life shot up. Whether you want to admit it or not, when they left your life, look, boom, where did life go? Up. You elevated, you evolved, you grew up, you did all the things. And you left your ex here and you are now here. End of story. They're there, you are there, they are this, you are that, and this is not that. And I am not even trying to sound arrogant. I'm speaking facts. And that's hard for folks. It's really hard when they thought that they were supposed to be here when they left you and you were supposed to be here. They really thought that they were going to supersede you. They really thought themselves to be superior over you. But when that didn't happen, now what? Now they're watching you. When? These people are doing nothing, because in most cases, when people do you dirty, family, every single thing that they touch drops to the ground and dies. When they do you dirty, I'm telling you what I know. If you believe that about yourself, there is no one out here that has done you wrong and is getting away with it. Where? Tell me who. Where? Even people you don't speak to, you'll hear about it. Who has done you dirty and is getting away with it? And if they didn't get their just due, I promise you it's coming. And that's why I say all the time, revenge comes quick, but it doesn't have to be by your hand. You don't have to go out here. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to cuss anyone out. You don't have to fight anyone. You don't have to do none of that, because it's going to take its course, because things always work out for you, because that's the type of time you're on, because that's the type of person you are. Things always work out for you. You don't got to worry about what these people are doing. You don't got to worry about what they're on, because at the end of the day, you good, family. Of course they want to get back with you. If you weren't you, wouldn't you want to be with you? Like, you're so amazing and fun. If that's how you feel about yourself, at least I know that's how I feel about myself. If you have that confidence about yourself, why wouldn't they want to be with you? Who else would they be with? Where else? Doing what with who? You know what I'm saying? Because the person you are, they can never replace. They out here with that new supply. Y'all, they done got them a new you. Where y'all these folks really thought that they could go out here and easily replace you. It is a joke at best. It is a joke at best, because you do not do a good person wrong and think you can get away with it. It is a joke at best. It is a joke at best. And here's the thing, in the beginning, yeah, you were sad, you were hurt, you were shocked, because in a lot of cases, you probably didn't think that this person had the capability to betray you, because you thought y'all were good. You thought y'all were better than that. But do not blame me when your ex tries to come back in your life and crawl back in your life, because at the end of the day, they're realizing all this. They have to take accountability for their actions too. They're sitting here going back and forth in their mind, realizing what they did to you. They are family. They are. They are. They are. And whether you think you know, whether you think you don't, whether you don't think these people are hurting, you think they moved on, you think they're not thinking about you. Come on, man. You know better than that. You a good person. Even on your bad days, it was better than some new person's good day. I'm telling you, these people do not look me in my, let me get closer when I tell y'all this. There is no other you. They could go out here, they could try to find it. They could try to be in new environments. They could try to meet new people. They could try to do new things. There is no other you. And there is no replacement. And that's on facts. So in conclusion, family, your ex is panicking. Your ex is out here panicking. They're panicking. They're worried. Do not blame me. Y'all don't hold me accountable for what I'm telling you. When these folks want to come back in your life, do not blame me. When I told y'all they're panicking, don't blame me. If you hear from them, y'all, I have known people who have been separated from folks, and it's been like a year later, 2 years later, literally 3 years later, and they hear from that person. The same person who was on that energy, the same person that moved on, maybe started a whole family, maybe did a whole new thing. They back like they never left. You know why? Because they can go search north, south, east, and west. There is no other you. And they went far and wide looking and searching. And in their mind, they don't think they're looking to replace you, but subconsciously they are, though. And they could never find another replacement. Do not blame me when these folks try to wiggle back in your lives, family, because that's the type of person you are. You a good person. Who wouldn't want to be with you? Why not? Like, you're amazing and fun and blessed. You prayed over these people. You anointed these folk. You helped them in their lives. No one's going to forget that. I don't care if they try to replace you. In most cases, they're living a lie. And you know I'm telling the truth. But I need you to know that that's also true for you. That people don't get away with hurting you and thinking that they can move on with their life so easily. Your ex is panicking, out here freaking out, wishing, hoping, and praying they could be back in your orbit. Do not blame me, because I'm trying to tell y'all what it is when these folks come back in your lives, because they're thinking about it. If they haven't already, it's on their minds. I'm telling you, it feels like it's I miss you season, because they out here missing you. They're out here really, really missing you. And they don't even know how to go about coming back in your life and telling you that, because they had to eat that cake, because they dropped the ball, because they fumbled the bag, man. They did. And it's so hard to watch you win. It's so hard to watch you move on with your life and do great and amazing things. That's really, really hard for them to watch. But at the end of the day, family, you win. At the end of the day, you are the blessing. We're the blessing, always will be the blessing, and nobody can take that away from you. And anyone's lives that you're in, you make their lives great again. You make it better for the simple fact that you are who you are, which is an amazing, wonderful person who has every single thing to offer, and every single thing you touch grows, evolves, blooms. But everything that they touch drops to the ground and dies. And maybe things in their lives are falling apart. And maybe you thought things in your life were falling apart, but they were not. Things were not falling apart. Things were falling together. And they will forever fall together for you, because that's the type of time you're on. Always remember that. Don't blame me, y'all, for these exes trying to come back in your life, because where were they going to go? Stay inspired. I want to thank you so much for watching my content. I started my YouTube channel to share the many lessons I learned along the way, and I appreciate you so much. All of the love that you show, I love everything about it, and I want to thank you for being who you are. I hope that you please subscribe to my page, and more good things to come. Stay inspired.